Hi there. Today I'm going to be replacing my 20-plus-year-old gas-powered lawn equipment with a couple of new 40-volt ryobi battery-powered lawnmower and weed whacker. So I'm just going to walk you through today the sort of my first experience with it and what I think of it after using gas-powered lawn equipment for all of my life. So let's get at it and dig in and see how this goes.
But first, let's back up a little and start at the beginning and briefly discuss my unboxing experience. That didn't go quite so well.
Okay, we have the ryobi 20-inch electric battery operated 40-volt mower. I already took the battery out, got it on a charger because it comes with only one bar already pre-charged with one bar, so you got to charge it all the way fully before you can use it. So first thing I did was pull that out, got that on the charger, and now I'm going to do the rest of the unboxing and kind of look at how it goes together. So the whole unit looks like it comes all pre-assembled. So just take the cardboard out from around it and just lift the whole thing right out of the box. There is, looks like the side discharge units here that you can hook up in case you don't want to use the bag, if you want to just do some side discharge and mulching. And then here's the discharge bag. It looks like we have to figure out how this goes on the bag and assemble that, but that looks like the only assembly required here. It looks like it's just like ready to go except for charging the battery and pulling it out of the box. Okay, just looking at it, looks like the only thing you have to do is really just twist these things up like that, and handle lifts up. Kind of goes right into place. Put these back down. Starting to look like a lawnmower more. And yeah, take this plastic stuff off. It's more like saran wrap. I will say when I went to pick this up, there was two colors. There was like the solid green one, and then there was this one. They're basically both the same exact SKU, same exact model number, same exact price, no difference whatsoever. So just got to pick your color choice. I kind of like this one better. It seems like a little more modern looking than the all green ryobi one. And then it's like the instructions where the battery goes. Looks like you can have an extra battery here. And then the key to make sure that it, you know, turns on and off. And yeah, it's pretty darn simple. It's the thing about these electric ones, my first electric mower, so we'll see how this goes. Just kind of give a walk around here, the whole thing. Kind of get a sense for it. It's the 20-inch wide one. My normal mower that I had was 21 inches. So it's a little bit narrower, but not by a whole lot, and I got a fairly small yard, so I think this is just going to be the perfect unit for that. Came over here to check the battery out on the battery charger, and it's flashing green and red. That doesn't look good. I've taken out of the outlet, taken this off, plugged everything back in, plugged it back in there, inspected everything, can't see anything obvious. Looking at the instructions, it says if it's flashing red and green here, that means there's an error. So it says disconnect everything, try and reinstall it, and if it repeats, try a different battery. Well, I tried a different battery, and sure enough, so I have the string trimmer, tried the 4 amp string trimmer battery, and it started charging right up. So I think that battery is bad. So it says if a different battery charges normally, dispose of the pack that received the error, or see your battery pack manual for instructions.
To make a long story short, the battery was in fact bad right out of the box. And I didn't record it, but after some more testing with the battery charger I got from the string trimmer that I also bought at the same time, I found out that the battery from the string trimmer was good, but its charger was bad, and it would not charge the string trimmer battery. So now I have two brand new ryobi 40-volt products, one with a bad battery and one with a bad battery charger. Anyways, I boxed it all back up. I took it right back up to Home Depot. They gave me a brand new 6 amp hour battery for the lawnmower and just gave me a brand new string trimmer in the box. It was a hassle, but once I got back home and got it all set up again, it was all perfectly good. I've been a fan of Ryobi products for years and have 15 or maybe 20 of their 18-volt products, and I've never had one issue with their batteries. And I've been pretty hard on them. I've dropped them off from tall ladders onto concrete, and they just keep going. I'm going to chalk this experience up to just a fluke, and I hope that this does not come back to haunt me with this new 40-volt system.
Let's get the battery hooked up here. Slides in easy just like that. One of the things I found was I like to have this handle a little bit lower. I'm just not as vertical as some people, and so I like to have it a little bit lower so that I can feel it. So I moved the handle from here down to here so that I can have it in the right areas that I want when I'm trimming and edging and things like that. But first you just pull this trigger here, and then this. You can control the speed pretty well here. From pretty slow to pretty fast. The first thing I like to do whenever I'm mowing my grass is I actually like to edge it first. So I'll use the string trimmer to edge it. One thing I'll note that I found different when I first started using this was the rotation is counterclockwise, and the rotation on my gas-powered one was clockwise. Interesting, so it kind of had to make me change the way I actually use the string trimmer, whereas my old gas-powered one I've been using for 20 years was easy for me to use because I'd gotten used to it over 20 years. So it took me some time to kind of get used to just how this thing worked and which direction it went and how I actually outlined the edge of my yard. So still getting used to that part. All right, let's get this going. Gonna get the battery installed here. This is the battery for the lawnmower, so it's the 6 amp hour battery. And we're gonna go ahead and get that plugged in. I'll show you how easy it is. Just open this thing here up and slide it right on in, like that. And you got an extra place over here for another battery as well. So if you have a larger yard to mow, then you can put an extra battery over here. One of the things I absolutely love about this new lawnmower is this handle here that adjusts the height all with one location here, versus my old gas-powered one had 4 locations on each wheel, and it took forever to try and like get them moved up, and they were tight, and they were well, of course, after a long number of years of using them, were very hard to move as well. And so I often just avoided that. But here I can just simply just super easily move it back and forth. If I want to mow the front yard at a different height than the backyard, then it's just super easy to move up and down. One thing I wanted to point out too about the bag that I saw some people making mistakes on is that they didn't put this, when they were assembling it, they made some mistakes because they didn't put this bracket that goes all the way back into the bag on the inside. They put it on the outside, and so as a result the bag would like sag down here, but you're supposed to put this on the inside. So this is the bracket on the inside of the bag, and so it doesn't sag when you start getting grass in it. Quick view of the bag situation here. So it just has this little notches here on both sides that it goes into. It comes off super easy. And it has that hole down there. That's where the mulching insert goes. So if you decide you want to take the bag off and you want to mulch the grass, don't forget to put that in. I actually tried that and it doesn't work. I'm like, why would I need that? But for some reason it spits the grass back into this thing and kind of bogs up. So you need to get that insert. You need to put that insert in there if you want to do mulching, which it does a pretty good job once you have that in there. Of course, if you want to do the side discharge, you can do that as well. So this thing here just pops up, and it's also a good way to clean it out and stuff. So I usually take my blower and just blow inside there and inside the grass thing every time. Keep it nice and clean so that, you know, hopefully it'll last a while. Maybe not as long as my gas-powered equipment did, but hopefully it'll last a little while. Just trying to show here a quick view of kind of how tall my grass is. It's really, I mowed it about 5 days ago, and it's in the springtime, so it needs a mow. You can see that it's starting to come to seed a little bit, but it's not too high, so it should be easy to cut today. To start this lawnmower, it's super easy. All you gotta do is just pull on this handle and push that button once, and then it starts up. One thing I wanted to talk about with this lawnmower was the fact that I did not get the self-propelled one. And the reason why is because I got like a postage stamp size yard here, and I've never had a self-propelled mower before, and didn't think I needed it for this. And I'm really glad I didn't, because I don't like having to stop the propulsion and turn and stuff like that. And this thing is like super light. I mean, compared to the old lawnmower, this really, it's just super light, and it's not heavy to push around at all. The other thing is this 20-inch wide one versus my old gas lawnmower was a 20-inch or 21-inch wide lawnmower. So it did cut a little bit bigger path. Since it is a little bit lighter and it's not as powerful as the gas lawnmower was, is it doesn't lift the grass very well. And so it's not like lifting the grass and, like, you know, really chopping it off the right length, the consistent length. But so far that hasn't really bothered me any. Of course, I haven't cut it when it's really wet or anything yet, so I'm not sure how much that's going to bother me in the long run. But I can certainly tell you that my old gas-powered lawnmower lifted the grass more as it cut it, and so it cut it more consistently. Of course, one of the big things I love about it is it's not gas. You don't have to do oil changes on it. It's so much quieter. I mean, my family doesn't even know I'm mowing the grass, but they sure knew before when I had the gas-powered one. Okay, there you have it. Can make pretty quick work of it, especially if you got a small yard like mine. And super happy that I went this route. It's easy to use, easy to charge up, easy to plug in. Everything's easy about it. And don't have to worry about gas and oil and all the things that, all the moving parts that go wrong on a gas-powered equipment. I will have to say it does take some getting used to, especially with the string trimmer. Compared to my old string trimmer, I was, you know, like an artist with an artist brush that I've been using for 20 years. I could like get that thing exactly where I wanted it. And now I have to take my time to kind of figure out what direction it goes, how it cuts, and I'm still figuring that out. So it's about my third time of cutting the grass with it just to try it out. And I'm getting better at it. I also will say that one of the first things I did was replace the 08 string that was in it, the green string that came with it. It would break like instantly, and so I have some 095 skirt string, and it fit perfectly in there. Super easy to change that. It just, you know, there's YouTube videos on it. Maybe I'll do one later on it. It's like, maybe I'll do a short or something. Anyway, highly recommend changing out the string to 095. It works fine. You bop it, it pops it out just like it's supposed to every single time, and then cuts the string no problem, and you don't have to, you know, worry about losing string every time you cut, or maybe accidentally touch the sidewalk or something like that when you're cutting the edge. Again, let's do kind of a quick close-up walk around of these things. This is the smaller 4 amp hour battery. That's the 6 amp hour battery. Again, just goes right there, and you got room for an extra one there. Super easy and intuitive to use. This folds up super nice if you want to. I don't. I just put it in my little shed over there just as is once I clean it all off and everything, and just put it away just like that. So it's just ready to go next time I need it. Of course, I take the batteries off every single time I use them and recharge them and just keep them on their charger. I know I've seen reviews where you're not supposed to leave them on the charger, but the chargers are smart. They charge them up, and then when they realize they're 100%, they stop charging. So they're more of a trickle charger and do a really good job of keeping them, you know, ready to go whenever I want them. So yeah, super happy with it. So much easier to use. Okay, see if I can get a similar view here going of before I cut it and kind of after I cut the grass. You can kind of, it looks pretty good here. The grass was pretty dry when I cut it, so it lifted it okay, but when it's been just a little bit damp, you know, you can kind of see areas like, maybe it's hard to tell on the camera, but it didn't lift it as high, and so it didn't cut it as even. But let me see if I can get a close view down like this. It's not bad. It's not noticeable from just a little ways away from it, and it did a pretty decent job if you ask me. Good enough for me anyway. Some people might not like that and they want to have it more perfect and more even cut, but not for this old yard. Well, that about wraps up the video, and I want to thank you for watching. I did put some links in the description and probably put some cards, info cards up above for the mower and the string trimmer, and probably the 095 string if you want to try that out as well. It works much better than the 08 string, so give that a shot. But I want to thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a like. It lets other people know that you like the video as well. So thanks again for watching, and have a blessed day.